Hi, Salam, I'm Asma. I'm making this video today to talk about Nasira Bakush, who unfortunately died in a terrible way. I will jump right into it. As an Algerian woman, as an Algerian, as a woman, as a young lady, as a person who has been through the very thing she has been through, I want to talk and I will talk about this. If there are a lot of things that happen in this country, and sometimes you choose not to talk because somehow we will not change, or somehow, there will be some problems. But this time, I would feel shameful if I don't. I don't care if this little video will change whatsoever, but I would feel so shameful and full of guilt if I don't. So in this video, I will be talking, and I will make it in English. Yeah, because I want everyone to know. I want everyone to understand what happens. I don't know, I don't care if people think she's the victim or not, or think X or Z are to blame. But I want people to know the truth, because I've been through the very same thing. A lot of people, a lot of young girls, a lot of young girls and boys, but have been through this. A lot of students live in a campus for about 3 or 5 years in their lifetime, which was the case for me. But always, when it comes to women or to young ladies, it's always more complicated in every possible way. So I will start by saying that peace on her soul. My God, grant her heavens, because yeah, that's what I hope for her. And I hope that God grant her parents peace. Yeah, peace, because it's not easy. I know it's not easy. So I want to say that when I was a student, after I passed my bac and stuff, I went to college, the university, École Normale Supérieure de l'UNS Bouzaréa, and I lived in that campus, between brackets campus, for 4 years. To start with, if there is anything to know about this campus, is that, first of all, it's not a safe place to live in. It's not, in every possible way. So honestly, if I ever get married and have kids, my own kids, I would never let them go there, especially a girl. I would never let girl let my own girl go live there. So I used to live there, and they were those 4 years, 4 wasted years in my life. They were so hard. I'm laughing because of the irony, and so it was they were wasted from my life, and they were so hard. The first year was very difficult. When you go first of all, you're far from home, and that we can deal with, because that happens in every country, in every place. But you're dealing with a new atmosphere. You're dependent on your own self. You're far from home, and then come all the negative things. First of all, you care about your security, because it's not safe. inside, it's not really safe, but like outside, when you're even like, okay, I'm explaining this to you. When you, like, the moment you're out of the bus, the course, the bus, the special bus, between brackets, the moment you are like you are out of the bus, you're not safe. And the bus, like, used to stop some meters before the big gate. It's not safe. I know many girls who were like who were threatened. I know many girls who had their things stolen from them. Someone comes and runs and take your stuff from you, your mobile, your bag. Personally, thank God, none of that happened to me. But there were once when I was walking and I heard like a girl yelling, and we just rushed like so fast into the gate. And after that, we knew that someone like grabbed her things, and it was so bad. Yeah, so it is very, we have to know that it is an isolated place. It is Wlad Faiet 2, and opposite to it there is Wlad Faiet 1, and just some meters away there is Wlad Faiet 3. Literally, have to be honest with you, the first time I went there, I was terrified. I've never been into that place. Like, where I live is a very calm place. Then is a small city on the seaside. It's people are polite. It's a small city, and I was shocked by. I mean, Algiers is already like a big city, but Wlad Faiet is literally like you're in the middle of nowhere, and it is so hard to deal with. This is the first thing. So I told you about safety. It is not safe. The second thing, you have to know that, oh my God, if we talk about transportation, it's so bad. Oh my God. Like, we have to struggle to have a place from like from the university or school, École Normale Supérieure, École Normale Supérieure, l'ENS. So it is so hard. Sometimes we wait 1 hour and a half under the sun, like literally 1 hour and a half. Can you imagine that? 1 hour and a half waiting for the bus. Then we have to, like, we can go like stand in. Then if it's like traffic, we can take even up to 1 hour. Once I counted 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. You go like stand in, and then this is a very hard. Like, this is the hardest part. I remember. Yes. So then we get to the campus. Yeah. Sometimes, can you believe that we don't go like right away wash our hands, like or you wash, you clean yourself, and you put your stuff, you change your clothes. Sometimes we do not get to do that. Can you believe, like, right away we get out of the bus, and then we got like into the campus, and then we go stand in the queue for dinner, which can take up to 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. So at the end, we end up with some leftovers, or some, I don't know how to call it, like some so-called vegetables, or I don't know what, with like on swimming in the water, and like the plates are so dirty, and the meal is so cold, and like it's so degrading for a human being. It's so degrading. And then what will you do? You just go, and then you just go back to the room, and you clean yourself, and then you change your clothes. Then what will you do? You're so tired and exhausted, you go sleep. There's no time to just like to have a rest, or to have a chat, or to do something like and you cannot have a shower. Of course you cannot have a shower. It's a dream to have a shower. We didn't even used to have like uh toilets. I mean, we didn't use I like we used to go like to the second floor, or we changed the building like to get a dub to go to the WC. When we used to clean our faces, or you brush your teeth or stuff, we used like when we go to the bathroom. In order to go to the bathroom, we used to like sink in water. Can you believe, like, when you put your foot, your the water like reaches above your ankle, and it's all dirty water, and even if you dry it, even you keep drying it and stuff, it does not dry. Oh my god, like, I remember being so pissed off every time I have to take a shower, or I have to clean my face, or it's so bad, it's so degrading as a human being. As we don't deserve that, no one deserves that. Just to explain things more, again, I don't know how this girl died. I just remember, like, I don't know if it's because of the oven she had inside. I don't know how to call it, oven anyway, plaque chauffante, or resistance. If we didn't have that one, we would have never survived. We would have never survived. Personally, I used to be so, like, extremely exhausted from school, from not from school, from the exhausting day routine, like running after the bus, and it was so hard, and no food. Of course, we didn't used to have lunch, and because lunch at school sucked, and lunch outside, like, we couldn't afford paying 200 dinars every day. No one would afford that. Like, I wouldn't. I personally was okay. I wasn't like really. I was among the girls who were. I wasn't really poor nor rich, but I wouldn't spend 200 dinars on a meal. Never. Like, plus the other expenses. I remember I used to drink coffee, like crème, coffee with milk, with some sweets that we used to bring from home. Me and my two friends, we used to bring sweets from home, cookies, homemade cookies, and we used to have coffee in the morning. Then we go, like, we eat nothing except from some cookies we buy or something. Then when we get personally, that was 100% me. Sometimes my friends, that was the case, sometimes it was not. But when we get to the campus, we drink coffee. Okay, coffee with milk in the afternoon with the homemade cookies, and that's it. And that's it. After having that, I used to be so exhausted. I couldn't go down, like, because I used to live in the fifth floor, and I didn't used to have the strength to go and stand in the queue, or go and shop. I told you it was, and go and shop, and then cook, and then eat, and then where to clean your dishes in the super dirty sink. That was crazy. Like, I believe me, what happened. I mean, like, if although it was so hard to survive those 4 years, I survived them in the best way. I made we the girls, we made it happen. We made it, like, we made it positive. We made the best out of it. And yeah, it was an amazing experience because we made it so. But I would change it. It's not like I wouldn't change it, because I could have done a lot of things in those 4 years. When I talk about myself here, I am talking, like, in behalf of every girl. I'm not talking about myself because I matter more than everyone. It's because I'm saying what I know, what I've been through, and what I felt. Believe me, I'm really overwhelmed when I talk about this, because it wasn't easy. Okay, it wasn't easy, and thank God I was so good at school. Like, I mastered, like, English, so I didn't study anything. I used to go So like I just counted on what I knew, because otherwise if I could like if I had to study and I make researches or stuff, or do long hour studies, I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be able to do both, like the hard routine and studying at the same time. And there is one thing I've always wanted to talk about, and I today I am. Um, I remember. Okay, so I had my back on 2011, and I finished my school, my like university, in 2015. So I don't know if it was in 2015 or 2014. There was a documentary, between brackets, by Nahar channel. Uh, it was made by a famous journalist that is still appearing. I don't on Nahar till today. I don't know his name. I don't remember him. He just has some gray hair. Yeah. Anyway, that guy, out of the blue, he decided to make a documentary, between brackets, about girls in the campus, girls who have wild nights, girls who have special adventures and betraying their parents, and blah blah blah. And I have to tell you that I was so furious. I was so furious. Oh my god, like all what we have been through, all the girls go through, everything, you, that, none of that is interesting for you. So you go and take, like, out of hundreds of girls, there are two girls who go out every day and have wild nights, and you choose these two girls and you talk about them and you make it a big story and you create problems. Seriously? And the like, seriously? And I remember that time, like there were girls who were obliged to quit school. Can you believe that? They study hard to be teachers. Girls whose dream is to become a teacher, to make their parents proud. Girls who come kilometers away, who stay for months away from the parents. First, because it is so hard, like transportation is so hard and takes ages to get there, but also because they can't even afford a ticket. Girls who go through all that, but what happened to them? This smart guy decides to do a documentary about them, about girls. Yeah, girls, the campus girls, and then these girls are deprived from school by their parents because they are ignorant, or they are ashamed, like they are ashamed of having girls who are studying far from home, and maybe they are doing something wrong. Seriously, seriously, I would be ashamed if I were in your place. I would fear God. First of all, I would really fear God, because that's not an easy thing. That's really not an easy thing. If you can't make life easier for someone, then just don't make it worse. Don't make it harder. The other day I watched a video of someone, like a journalist asked someone, between brackets, he told him, what would you say about the meal you give to students? And the man goes, oh, the meals are great, and they sometimes they are even better than those I have at home. I was like, okay, really? Denying something is a thing, but lying on TV is another level. Like, seriously, dude. Seriously. This is, I don't know. Yeah, and I forgot to mention the cold. Guys, can you believe that? Oh my god, I remember one, like, I can't explain to you. It's so cold, okay? Just to sum up the whole thing, it's so cold, and the the things, radiator things inside the room, they don't work. They don't work. They don't work. So you sleep like that. super cold. And during my staying in the campus, I went to different campuses in Algiers. I went to two different campuses in Algiers, and I saw others in pictures. Believe me, believe me, Wlad Faiet is nothing to be compared to. It's the worst of the worst. Other campuses have you can take a shower, you can have a good meal, at least some days. But in Wlad Faiet, it's crazy. At the end, I just don't know what to say. I'm still so pissed off because of that, because it is so like I've been in Wlad Faiet since, I mean, 6 years ago. I can't imagine without reparation, without rebuilding things, fixing things. I can't imagine how it ended up. I can't, because it was so degraded to a point it couldn't get more degraded. But apparently it did. It did get more degraded and more dangerous. At the end, I want to repeat and say, people on social media, be careful with what you say. Say a good thing or just shut up. And for people who work in the campus, don't be even harder on these girls. Okay? Like, try at least like make the dishes clean. Serve the food warm. They are far from their houses. They don't have money. And above all this, they deserve it. It's their right.